Then they moved on to the Caribbean or Caribbean for the Americans amongst us.
That water was so
Coral.
blue and nice.
Oh, lovely, wasn't it? Really clear.
Yeah. When he came up with that little crappy boat, and I was like,
Oh.
it looks like he's sailing on.
On nothing.
I can't even think of anything that's that nice and blue.
It was very blue, very aqua.
Yeah.
It was a shame about that Land Rover though.
Yeah, that was a waste.
Yeah. It was funny.
I can't believe James didn't
Well,
know
they-
it was a Series 2 though.
I'll tell you what I thought was funny was the thrusting bit. Then you move it a bit. Move it a bit like that.
Yeah, he definitely hasn't done a banksman course.
But they sunk 2
And a boat.
and a boat. Yeah, that was the end of that. Chortle. Funniest part was Richard Hammond's little rant. I don't like water. That's actually quite funny. Was splashing around like I don't like water.
Just trying to get away from Jeremy.
Yeah. And then when they dumped possibly James May under the water, it was funny when he when they buggered off and did water sports.
I wondered what was going on there, because when the cage thing hit the bottom,
Yeah.
it looked like it was falling over. It looked like he was in trouble.
Right.
And I was like, oh my God, what's happening there? But then they didn't really refer to it, so I imagine it was just it landing.
I don't know. But then they just buggered off on jet skis, and that's quite funny. And then did you see when they came back, he had his deck chair on the hose?
I didn't know this.
And he was going, James! He was putting the other end of the hose. But he had it on the hose. That was funny. And then obviously Clarkson went down there. The blood bit was like, yeah, okay, blood-ridden.
Yeah, I don't know what that was all about.
But,
I'm not sure how he was going to weld it to the floor.
No. And at that point, I was a bit confused as to what happened to the Land Rover. Because they didn't mention it. They didn't stick it on there. And I thought, oh, perhaps they're not going to do it. They reintroduced it later, the next day. But I thought at that point, no.
Well, the raft was full, wasn't it? They couldn't get any more on there.
Yeah, I'd have thought they'd have probably tried to put one on top or something. Okay.
Oh,
Celebrity brain crash. Oh my God. Brian Johnson. Yes, guess what happened to him? He died. Dear, oh dear. By some sort of Yankee
quite actually
rugby
amused.
club ran him over.
Yeah, I was quite amused by the whole argument of
The whole fight thing was
football.
quite funny. Yeah, they go, USA, USA, and then the football thing, it's not football, it's... I thought he was going to say rugby for girls, but he didn't.
Incidentally, if there are any Americans watching this, you are wrong. Football
Users'
is
feet.
what soccer should be.
Yes, and why would you call it soccer? Because they don't play in their socks.
Maybe it's because you sock the ball. Oh, that's
It sounds so
stupid Americans.
gay. You sock the ball. Sorry, I don't want to offend anyone who's gay. It just sounds wrong.
It does, doesn't it? Yeah.
It just doesn't sound right, soccer.
I just don't get it. I don't understand how they can call it football. Do they actually kick the ball? I suppose they kick it between them post things.
Yeah,
Much
they
like they
do.
do in rugby.
And when they first kick off. But it's not the general, concept of the game. It's to pick it up and run with it and then smack heads with someone. I mean, they do have some pretty hard impacts. I mean, I've
Yeah,
watched
but that would
American
be
football
better if they
games.
weren't
and-
wearing all that padding. Much like we do in rugby.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, these guys are very tall and skinny and very athletic. They can run fast, whereas rugby players are
They're big
huge,
burly blokes, aren't they?
but can also run fast.
yeah.
So,
And the other thing is the shape of the ball. It's the same shape as a
As a
rugby
rugby
ball.
Yeah.
Sorry, but American football is just...
round.
But
Yes.
Americans are wrong. Got to put that in there because I feel so strongly about it. And I don't even like football.
I quite like American football. I hate English football. However,
I don't like any of them.
I'm not really a rugby fan either.
I'm not really.
To be fair, if it hasn't got an engine, I'm not really bothered.
No, I'm not a sporty person at all. In fact, I don't even watch motorsports that much.
No, Formula One bores me because anything after the 1980s is just too involved in rules and regulations.
Yeah, I mean,
I remember watching a Formula One race where Nigel Mansell broke down on the last corner, got out and pushed his car over the finish
you
line.
can do that now.
No, you couldn't get that. You
That'd
get out
have
of the
been a red
car,
flag.
there'd be red flags, there'd be ambulance car up, some guy would turn up with cones and put round him.
Warning triangle.
So they went back to the second part of their film and James broke the raft,
Yeah.
which was sort of amusing.
They left a lot of mess.
What was
everywhere.
funny was his belly flop when he sort of flopped into
Ah!
But yes, it was obviously it was all staged and how it all fell apart, but they did leave a lot of mess. And I think when the manager had a go at them on the beach, that
They
looked
may well have
genuine.
done, yeah.
That did look pretty
I
genuine.
mean, you don't get to drive an old bulldozer around on a beach and...
No, although those bits were staged because they used just frames of deck chairs that he ran over, and they're all painted. They
Mm.
weren't white like the other ones. They're all like yellow coloured.
Yeah, right.
So that was obviously staged. But towing the boats out, I love the view, the bird's eye view over the top.
Mm.
That was nice.
Yeah, I was looking at that thinking, what if they towed them cars like into the stuff?
Yeah.
Because that's like an ecosystem going on there, isn't it?
Yeah.
You have to be really careful. And then the rope snapped.
But anyway, yes. With one hell of a twang.
Mm.
Okay, I apologise if there's a slight hum in the background. He hasn't farted or anything. It's the engine. I started the engine. But being a German car of quality, it is very quiet in here. What I did find amusing is when he buggered off. He was towing the Land Rover out, and then he just unhooked it and chased that boat.
Oh yeah, he's cleared off on the...
That boat was immense though, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was almost flying.
It would be... Yeah, because the whole... Even because you obviously got the 3 holes there, even
Yeah.
the smallest one that was lowest down, that appeared to be out of the water as well.
It did. It appeared to be out the water, and they only had the rudder in there guiding it a little bit. But most of it looked like the boat was flying. But and the end bit, when they were down there and holding their signs, I did a wee.
Oh yeah.
I had a little laugh at that.
I laughed because obviously it said like fish welcome, or fishes welcome.
Yes.
I thought, oh, that's funny. I like
Yeah.
that. And then you got Jeremy.
I did a wee. We've decided, because the pens are in the boot, that we scored it exactly the same as last week. How convenient is that?
But we didn't just say let's do the same as last week, although we did initially. But then we looked through.
I thought,
I thought about
that's
it,
pretty
and-
pretty accurate.
It, yeah, I could. I mean, I would reduce maybe my annoyance down to...
No, comedy factor 10 definitely, stupidity definitely 10, music 5, yeah, it's okay. It wasn't anything special, but it was enough. Cars 9, yeah, impressed with the cars.
Yeah.
There was a couple of Peugeots in there, but they were dead Peugeots,
Yeah,
so
they were scrapped.
that's a bonus.
Yeah. Little bit of a shame about the Land Rover. I don't know.
Yeah,
What I did.
yes.
That was rescuable, I reckon.
Yes.
Unless the chassis was completely knackered. I don't know.
Annoyance 3, that's for Fat American. I hate the man.
And brain crash.
Oh, and Brain Crash, because he comes up with some stupid concepts.
Yeah.
Like, everything is crap because it's not an 80s or 70s muscle car.
Yeah.
Which again, yes, I tend to agree on that respect, but not that everything else is crap. I like that Alpha.
I got a sort of common insult for people like him.
Prick.
Just bell end.
Knob.
Yeah, bell end.
Cock.
He's an absolute bell end.
Any more? Can you think of any more?
I'm going to bring it up 1 for location, because I'm going to make that a 9.
So it's 48.
Yeah. And I might actually drop my annoyance to 2, so 49.
It's 49.
Yeah.
Right, okay. Well, I'm going to keep my annoyance at 3. And actually, I'm going to bring the music up because I thought it went well. So I'm going to...
Do you know
Mine's going
what?
to be
No.
50.
Mine's going to be 50 because I'm going to change that to a 10.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. 51, I'm going to make that a 10 as well. I really enjoyed this episode.
Right, okay. So, 51 for you. Minus this. It really is cold and snowy outside. I don't want to get the pens.
No, that's fine.
And I've got 50. So, for the first time ever,
So episode 10
you scored higher than me.
and episode 10, we've finally breached 50.
Yes,
Because it's always been 40 or 30 something.
it has, yeah.
So yeah, good scores.
So that brings us to the end of this episode of Motors for the Masses Reviews the Grand Tour. We'll be back very soon with some more cars. And next week with episode 11. And I think they're in France, they said. So that'll be interesting.
Northern France.
So maybe we can do something war-y. Maybe in a pillbox. Would be interesting.
Ooh, there's one over there.
There is. Okay, so we'll see you next week. And we'll see you midweek for something else. And until then, please drive carefully. Don't forget the giveaway. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Our subscribers are going up now. We're up to 120 subscribers now. So it's all increasing. And we'll see you next time.
Did you do the giveaway?
I did.
I was just thinking about flooding. If you're in a flood area, I hope you're all right.
Oh yeah, that. If you're in a flood area, stay safe. And other than that, enjoy life. Thank you. Bye
My
bye.
car's in a flood area, incidentally.
Okay, yeah, enough.
Yeah, I don't want my car to get
Bye.
flooded.
Bye.
Bye. Thanks for watching.
Yeah.